And hello and welcome back to Networking Now. I'm your host, Glen Henderson. Good to be with you, good to see you, good to be seen on this gorgeous Friday afternoon here in Houston, Texas. What a great weekend we've got ahead of us. We've got some friends coming over to Dallas. We're going to visit and have a good time with some folks. We're going to have some great conversations today on the show. Just wait who you're going to meet. There's one guy that I'm going to have a conversation with. If you can imagine somebody took a set of 4th of July fireworks and stuck them inside one guy's head, this is the dude we're having a conversation with today. You'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. And we're going to have some great information to share with you about how to grow your business, your network, your life, and some other really fantastic. But you know what? I am feeling great today, celebrating, as a matter of fact. Why am I celebrating? Well, some of you may know that I've spent most of my working life as a professional musician, singer and entertainer, and I've had the chance to entertain and connect with audiences in a lot of different places, different countries, different states and countries around the world. And I'm celebrating today because yesterday, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announced their inductees, their newest inductees for 2022. And I'm sure you've heard a little bit about this, but it's particularly meaningful to me this year because in addition to groups like Duran Duran, Eminem, Dolly Parton, you name it, there's a whole bunch of others. There's one name on the list of inductees, which, in my opinion, a wrong has finally been righted, an injustice has been corrected, and at long bloody last, Pat Benatar, the Queen of Rock herself, is finally in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I tell you, Pat Benatar was some of the music of my youth. Grew up bicycling the streets of Brooklyn, New York, and all over New York City with the headphones on and the Walkman, yeah, I said it, Walkman, in my back pocket, cranking the Pat Benatar. And as a matter of fact, Pat Benatar recorded one of the songs that, for me, it's a fabulous song. It also serves a very specific purpose. You know that one song that you love? Not just because it's a great song, but because it's that one song that gets you so motivated, gets you so excited, gets so fired up. Every time you hear this song, you want to just go straight out and kick the world's butt and win at life that day. You know that song? One of those songs for me is a Pat Benatar tune. It's actually from the soundtrack of a pretty famous 80s movie called The Legend of Billie Jean. Was the name of the movie. Starred Helen Slater and her brother, Christian Slater. How the heck do I know all this stuff? I guess you could say I'm kind of a bottomless fount of useless information and trivia. But anyway, The Legend of Billie Jean. The final song, the song that ran in the final credits of that movie, is a Pat Benatar song called Invincible. Whew, just the name gets you fired up, doesn't it? Well, go find that song, Invincible, by Pat Benatar, and see if it doesn't get you good and fired up. And even if it's not that one, my suggestion for this week, find your song. Find your get fired up, get motivated, go out and kick the world's butt and win at life today song. And let me know, write me, info@nowmedia.tv. Let me know, what is your gets excited song? Listen, I've got to get right into this. We have some great conversations. We've got some great segments with useful information for you to win at life and business this week. Starting today, in fact. But we'll be right back after a couple commercial words. Don't go anywhere. Hang in there with us. I'm here to take you to a new frontier. The final frontier. In fact, you and I are going where no one has gone before. I'm Glen Henderson, entrepreneur, success coach, and musician, And I want to personally invite you to take this journey with me in the pages of my best-selling new book, All I Need to Know About Success I Learned from Star Trek. We'll travel aboard the USS Enterprise along with Captain James T. Kirk, Spock, and the finest crew in Starfleet. And we'll learn together about success principles like how to work with a team and accomplish your goals, when to fight for what you believe, and when not to, and what your business really is, no matter what you do for a living. Beam aboard with me. My mission is your success, and I'll see you on the bridge. Live long and prosper. And welcome back. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging in there with us. We always like to start off by sharing some valuable information, news you can use, I like to call it. And we're going to start out with talking about what in the world is going on in the real estate market these days. Rates are up, inventory, this, that, and the other. Should I buy? Should I sell? What do I need to do? Well, here to share some real important tips with you on how to maximize your position in the real estate market, protect your investment, and take the right actions at the right time. Let's talk some real estate with our good friend from Doss Home Loans, Young Tran. Young, good to see you.
Thanks, Glenn. Welcome back, everyone. Let's continue to talk about real estate with you and our amazing Networking Now audience. Suppose you're a prospective buyer or a seller. In that case, it's essential to understand the real estate market conditions and how they affect you. Here are the most critical factors that are affecting today's housing market. The first is remote work and mobility. Working from home became a reality for many individuals during the pandemic. Remote work and mobility are potent influences on the real estate market. With the added mobility remote work offers, where people are moving and where people can ultimately purchase a home is less dependent on a physical office location. This newfound flexibility allows remote workers to move to more affordable areas and buy more houses for their money. Another critical influence in today's housing market is housing supply and affordability. According to the National Association of Realtors, the state of America's housing inventory is dire, with a chronic shortage of affordable and available homes needed to support the nation's population. There is good news. Homes are still affordable than historically. Thanks to today's low mortgage rates, and while the housing supply is still low, we're seeing steady increases in the number of homes coming to the market, giving home buyers hope. As the supply of homes for sale improves, buyers will have more options. This is why it's so important to have an experienced real estate agent by your side, whether you're selling, renting, or buying a property. Their job is to make sure you seize their trends and use them in your favor. Do not worry too much at the beginning if you've had any of these problems in the past. It is important to have an experienced real estate agent by your side. Your real estate agent is like your best friend. You need to be transparent when talking to your agent. In fact, having a real estate agent professional will alert you in advance of potential issues. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me so I can answer them to you directly. Thanks, Glenn, and back to you.
Thank you very much, Young. Did I mention news you can use? And here's some more coming up with our expert on how to maximize your own health. And because as we know, we can have all the money in the world, we can have all the property, all the business success, but if we don't have our health, what do we have? And here to talk with us about that very thing, the founder of Health for Wealth, Patria Leone. Hey, Patria.
Hi, I'm Patria Leone, This is networking in the bedroom, lights on or off. You'll be surprised where this is going to take you. Now ask yourself, are you someone who is comfortable enough to have the lights on, being able to stand in the middle of a room in front of your partner, wearing sexy lingerie, or nothing at all, being very vulnerable? Or would you rather have the lights off, not being able to be seen at all? Whatever your answer is, this stems from what you feel about yourself. The relationship you have with yourself affects every facet in your life. Intimacy is so vitally important for everyone. We're all human, and it's our nature to need that emotional, physical, and that mental connection for several reasons. Now let's get back to the relationship with yourself, which affects everything in life. I'm going to go over two scenarios. First, the person who invests in themselves, in their career, in their family. And when you take time to prioritize for self-care, you feel good, ready to tackle anything you set out to do. You strive to look and perform your best. Have that level of confidence it takes to accomplish everything in your career and your personal life. You can look in front of your mirror and like what you're seeing, feeling sexy and sensual, keeping the lights on. You believe in yourself and have self-worth. Doing this releases hormones that help to make you feel strong, happier, healthier, all the way around. This is where relationships flourish, starting with intimacy. When you have a very busy life with work and family and you're happy, this reflects your partner and your kids. The intimate connection is so strong, and what it does, it helps to release everyday stress, giving each other support that you both need in life. This leads to better sleep, more energy, and come on, we all know we need sexual satisfaction, and that changes everything. With friendships, people will gravitate towards you, approach you, and engage. And it's our nature to want to be around happy people that are confident. Your coworkers and employees will look up to you and respect and want to learn from you. The second scenario is the person who invests so much into their career and their family and neglects themselves. They may do little things here and there to fit self-care in, but you may be falling short. You may feel down on yourself, struggling with your weight and your performance with work, low energy, sleep deprived, and not being able to get your goals. No, you know that you want to achieve, but you're consistently out of reach for one reason or another. You are your own worst critic and have that obsessive voice inside your head creating self-doubt. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'll start next month, first of the year, next week. Does this sound familiar? When you feel this way about yourself, this affects all your relationships in a much different way than what we were talking about before. Statistically speaking, 15 to 20% of married or partnered population live with a disconnect, no intimacy, and they're in a lonely relationship. 43% of married partnered men text other women mostly for validation, whereas 22% of women text other men for the emotional connection. We're very different. There's a reason why you, your spouse, or your partner are looking outside of your relationship. Now, I'm not saying it's your fault, not at all. If you're someone who is struggling with a connection, ask yourself how you truly feel about yourself. It's how you perceive yourself, how everyone will perceive you. You set the precedence. The intimate disconnect, lights off. Why? 70% of women want to change and make certain things happen in their life, but they are unsure of where to start or what to do. They say they don't even like looking at themselves in front of a mirror. That number is astounding. If you are someone who is feeling this way, it's time to invest in yourself. You believe you may want to make those changes, but fitting in time for self-care is too challenging. And I can assure you, if you put yourself as one of your priorities and build that plan customized to your life and your goals, there is no stopping you. A report from Healthline states psychologically, during intimacy, having that ability to look into each other's eyes, it's called gazing. During intimacy, this creates trust, bond, sincerity, and a deeper connection. You want to have the lights on. You want that connection, but it starts with you. You're making eye contact with everyone you meet. When you come into contact, it gives you confidence. Also helps within all your relationships, whether it be friends, co-workers, acquaintances, or a stranger on the street. Remember, what you do in private shows in public, no matter if it's in your mind or behind a closed door. In our society, it's mostly about what's on the outside. In recent years, we've been trying to be accepting of different types of people within our society and culture. Someone said to me the other day, when I lost weight, it was incredible how many people started to talk to me that never did before. And I said to her, it's because you're taking care of yourself. This demonstrates self-respect. You have confidence and that exudes. You carry yourself differently. People gravitate towards this. If you do not take care of yourself, there's no self-respect. So why would anyone else respect you? This is the mindset of our society. However, bettering anything in your life will help you feel better in several ways. This will reflect on all of your relationships and mainly yourself. You may be someone who wants to invest in yourself to make changes but are unsure or of where to start or have good intentions. And you may be going in and out of good habits and having them fall to the wayside. But remember, every behavior and habit creates your choices and you are the sum of all your choices. But the question is where or how to start. In order to fix or manage anything, you need to be aware of the issue. First things first, being honest with yourself and what needs to change the most is the most challenging step of all. As a health strategist, a founder of Health for Wealth, I have developed a 4-pillar method which we all live within. The mindset, overall health and wellness, relationships and finances. They are the foundation of your life and you can fit any one of your circumstances or situations in one of those 4 categories. Now it's time to take the step and make those changes. You want to look in the mirror and you want to feel confidence. You want to perform at an optimal level, but you really want the lights on.
Thank you so much, Patria. You want the lights on. I like that. It's really interesting. One of the things that Patria mentioned, what we do in private shows in public. And boy, that can really work both ways, can it? Something to think about. Meanwhile, remember I mentioned a little while ago about what would happen if you took a set of 4th of July fireworks and stuck it inside a guy's head and then turned him loose on the world? Well, you're about to find out. We are going to be talking about networking and growing your business, making connections in the business community, in the local community, and how to use that to grow your life. We're going to be talking about networking capital right here with our man, the founder of Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, Mr. Mike Mogel. How are you doing, Mike?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks a lot, Glenn. Yeah, making it shine.
Making it shine. You know, that sounds like a tagline or something. That's fantastic. So, Mike, first of all, let's get right down to business. Tell us a little bit about Clean Sweep, how it got started, what kind of work you do.
So, Clean Sweep Office Cleaning is we do commercial office cleaning. So we take care of space that people are living in during their working environment. Could be a gym or a facility like that, a training camp, could be a warehouse, could be a doctor's office or a chiropractor, could be a financial institution like a bank. But anywhere where people, a recording studio, a church.
Okay.
We have a wide variety of offices that we take care of, and that's what we do. We do regular cleaning services, making it healthy, making it safe, and making it shine.
Making it shine. How long has Clean Sweep Office Cleaning been in business? How did it get started?
2002 we started. It's kind of a funny story. We were at my in-laws' place, and she came out and she said, "The cleaning crew stole from us for the last time." And I was like, "Oh my God, the last time?" She says, "Yes, they stole your dad's Mont Blanc pen, and those are expensive. You know what I mean?" So I said, "Well," she goes, "Well, I don't know what I'm going to do now." I said, "Well," you know, Stephanie likes to clean, and we can pay off a little debt, and we won't steal from you. We're family." And that's how it started in 2002, and with one office, a couple times a week, and you know, it kept growing. I tried to shake it so many times. I was in corporate America, tried to shake it, get rid of it. It wouldn't go away. They kept calling. You know, corporate America decided to leave me a couple times. You know, that's how it goes sometimes. And then in 2013, we went full time. So been doing it since 2002, 2013, full time, all in. And it's just been blessing us ever since.
There you go. There you go. And you were sharing with me before we came on air that you've done a couple of things within the past, say, 10 years, 8, 10 years or so, that have really helped you to expand the business. One of them, I think, was a training course that you took or something like that. Tell me about that. Something maybe 3 years ago, something like that?
Yeah, so, well, 3 years ago, I did the Goldman Sachs program.
Gotcha.
So Goldman Sachs was taking 10,000 businesses to the next level. And they interviewed you and talked to you about your business, and they talked to you about your situation, your status, your goals. I mean, a lot of things that went into what they talked to you about before you ever got accepted in the program. And then I got accepted. I was referred by a friend. You had to be referred to be in, first of all.
Okay.
You can't just apply by yourself. Somebody has to recommend you. So I got recommended. I applied. Everything went well. I got in the program. It was about a 6-month program, learning all the details in depth about your business and where you're at, where you're going, what to look for, the future, the past, the present, everything, and including marketing and strategies. And then when the pandemic hit, I was like, wow, the pandemic hit. What are we going to do?
I bet those Goldman Sachs guys showed you a couple things about your business that maybe you didn't know.
How to pivot. How to pivot. And we already had a plan in place because we talked about it. We looked at it. We were already set up, ready to pivot when it happened. So I found out I was essential service just like everyone else because cleaning services were essential. So I started knocking on essential service doors.
Especially during the pandemic, everybody's concerned about their health, keeping things clean.
And so we grew that way, and we added a strategy of just sanitizing for a pandemic. COVID cleaning, COVID spray, all that kind of stuff. And that really sustained us through the 2020 and then carried us into 2021. And then we've even excelled even further there and refined. Now that the pandemic it's still real and it's still here and alive, but it's not as much of a physical threat, it appears, in the workplace. Though it's still there, we've enhanced all of our cleaning procedures and our products and our services that we offer, and so we've become a better company. We provide a better service, and we've attained better clients that really want a healthy, more effective and easy place to work.
And that information that you got, that training you got with Goldman Sachs came through a referral. Somebody referred you to be in a part of that program, and we were also talking earlier about another referral program that you're part of, have been a part of for some time. This is where I really want to focus. Tell me about Clean Sweep and BNI.
Yeah, BNI, Business Network International. Actually, when I lost my my last corporate America job in 2013, it was Valentine's Day.
When corporate America left you.
When they left me on Valentine's Day of 2013. Anyway, we just bought a house in January. My wife didn't work, 2 kids at home, and we got laid off. And I was like, wow. And I had this cleaning business. It was moving, and it was moving in the right direction, but it was very, very small. And so what happened was my realtor called me, said, how's the house? I said, it's great. I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. Ouch. Ouch. She said, what are you going to do? I said, I'm doing this business, my cleaning business. And she said, come to my BNI. I said, what's that? She goes, just show up next week. So I showed up, and that was in 2013 of April. And now it's been 9.5 years. And it took me 2 months to really get going in it and get any business, but I got enough business in 2 months to cover the whole year of cost. So that was really amazing. And now it just keeps paying. So everything that we do in this business right now is referral. It all comes through referrals, through referral marketing. We do a little Google My Business, but that's all really the marketing we do except for going out. I go out and I meet people. Everywhere I go, I say, hey, what time is it? And they all yell out, shine time.
Shine time. That's the tagline. What time is it? Shine time. Now, you said something really powerful, Mike, that almost all of your business now is word of mouth, referrals, connections through BNI, connections through personal relationships that you might strike up, and
other networking groups in the area.
So you're living proof of the power of a network in growing business. Okay.
You can knock doors. I knocked doors for a living for Comcast for a while. And it takes a lot, and it's never ending, and it's ongoing.
Sure.
And I knock doors in my business too, but you don't get the results that you get, and you don't get the immediate response and credibility and that you get through a referral, you know?
That's it. As a matter of fact, the whole notion of getting involved with BNI, and I really want our listeners and viewers to focus in on this. BNI, by the way, if you want to get some more information on BNI, very simple. Just go to bni.com. There's a big red button, find a chapter, type in your zip, smash that button, type in your zip code. You'll be shown a whole list of BNI chapters meeting right near you.
Punch in Woodland's Winning Edge.
Shameless plug. I love it. I like it. So now, the whole thing with BNI, we talk about, full disclosure, I'm also a member of a BNI chapter.
Wonderful.
And one of the principles that we talk about, success principles within BNI, is something they call VCP.
Yes.
Stands for visibility, credibility, and profitability. Meaning, well, at least the way I read it, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. The more time we spend together as teammates, colleagues within this chapter, get to see each other, interact, get to know each other on a more personal level, we develop that trust, that connection, that more personal connection with each other, and then we have the confidence to pass business referrals and start a business relationship.
Hey, that's true. That's true. And the bigger part of it is anywhere that you can do business, there are BNI groups. So if you're a member of a group, you belong to the whole nation, to the whole world, actually. If you can do business anywhere. So I've shown up in meetings across town and ended up with business just because I showed up.
How about that?
You walk in and it's like, man, another BNI friend, and I don't know you. Let's get to doing business together. It just works that well. And you have to be in it a while. Just like anything, you have to put your time in. You have to give, and then it comes back to you in droves, and you don't even see it coming sometimes, and it'll overtake you. You have to be ready for growth when you get into a BNI group too. I tell everybody, you have to be ready for growth.
Get ready to grow.
And you have to have a system in place to make sure that you don't remove yourself from that once you start to grow, because you will start to grow.
Fantastic. Mike, thank you so much. Listen,
thanks for having me, man.
Quick thing, how can people who are interested in commercial cleaning services, how do they get the fastest way to get a hold of you?
CleanSweepOfficeCleaning.com, 832-689-7996.
CleanSweepOfficeCleaning.com, and the phone number, or you can write it to us here at Now Media. We'll get you the information, info@nowmedia.tv. Mike, thanks again very much. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend.
We're on Google My Business and we're on Facebook.
There you go.
Come on, people.
We will be right back with my favorite segment after a couple commercial breaks. Don't go away.
All right. Wonderful.
Well done, brother.
Man, that was good. Thank you.
Change the future and you're driven. Change the way, your passion and your spirit. You gotta change the world with one word, with the power of your soul. Because the magic is in you. You have the chance to change the world.
Working through the legal system is challenging and risky, especially if you don't have the right legal team on your side. After a personal injury, criminal case, or an insurance claim, let me represent you. I know how difficult a criminal or a personal injury case can affect you and your loved ones. And I also know that sometimes bad things happen to good people. My name is Richard Nava, principal attorney at Nava Law Group. We are highly qualified legal counsel serving Houston, Edinburgh, and Laredo. At my firm, our team of legal experts has helped thousands of people that have been treated unfairly. Nava Law Group has become a pillar of the community and has developed a solid reputation with industry peers, clients, and members of the legal system. Take a decisive step today. We are here to make sure your legal rights are protected and you get the settlement you deserve.
And welcome back. It is time for a really interesting conversation, one of our really interesting segments, talking about tactical marketing. I like to think of this as mindfulness for business professionals. And to share some tips and some information with us about this, let's hear from the co-founder of Odyssey TV, Ms. Lorraine Hardy. Hello, Lorraine.
Hi. Yes, I am Lorraine Hardy. I am from You Are the Phoenix Coaching, where I help people who are stuck in life and or business. So today I want to talk about mindset. Now, the thing that's really important about mindset is that the better your mind thinks about yourself, the better quality of life you will have, period. So the thing about it is that you won't find any real big high performers who have a negative mindset. They have freed themselves from worrying about what other people may think or say about them. And the freedom that you get from not worrying, can you imagine just letting it go, not worrying at all about what someone else may say or someone else may think about you? The freedom that allows and gives you is a freedom to really put yourself out there. So there are a couple of things to kind of help, because it's all good and well kind of having that view, oh, I don't care about what anyone says, but getting there is definitely a process. So some of the things I kind of ask my clients is to do the let's act as if, right? So tomorrow when you get up, act as if you are the person you want to be in 5 years' time. What does that look like? What thoughts and feelings do you have 5 years from now? What achievements have you made 5 years from now? What is your gross income 5 years from now? What are your relationships like 5 years from now? Whatever it is that you want in 5 years, act as if you're already there tomorrow. And it will give you the ability to understand how you're going to feel. You're going to allow you to feel your achievements. And what the kind of magic that happens in that process is that when you act as if you are something, you then become that something. And that's the magic of it. So just pretend for 24 hours that you are the person you want to be in 5 years. Some other things that are really helpful with mindset is, so every day, think of 3 things that are positive every day. Now, they don't have to be great, big, huge achievements. Absolutely not. They can be small achievements. But focusing on 3 positives every day changes the way you think about life. When you are concentrating on positive outcomes, you're then no longer getting stuck in the negatives or the stagnate situation that you may have found yourself in before. Some other things would be to listen, to truly listen to trusted people. You know, find mentors or coaches who are already doing what you want to do, but are doing it better than you currently are. How did they get there? What did they do to get there? What things didn't work? Because, you know, I don't believe in failure. Everything is a lesson. So something may not have worked out the way you thought or hoped it would. That doesn't mean you failed. It means that you got an opportunity to learn and to do things differently in future. And those high performers, those CEOs of amazing companies, they have gone through that learning journey. So listen, truly listen to them. Take on the advice they give you, because their X amount of years of knowledge and experience can only create a better outcome for you. 100%. Some other things to kind of think about when you're looking at your mindset is, what is your personal development journey? What does that look like? What do you need in order to be the person you want to be in 5 years? Whether it's listening to a podcast or reading an article or actually going back to university or anything in between, your personal development is key for your evolution. And the greater you evolve, the greater your life, business, home will become as a consequence. So let's just recap a little bit. So mindset is about the positives and changing your thought process. So we're going to concentrate on what goes well. We're going to learn from what doesn't work so well. We're going to listen to people who are already on that journey to greatness. We're going to act as if. We're going to be kind to ourselves. Because you are your greatest asset. And the longer you sit with a stagnated mindset, the longer it will take for you to be the best version of yourself. And of course, I want you to be the best version of yourself. Until next time, bye.
Thank you so much, Lorraine. That is so important. As a matter of fact, that's what you're talking about, the mindset. Clarity of mind, clarity of vision is one of the topics that's nearest and dearest to my heart. And it's one of the things we're going to be talking about right now with, you know, my good friend Amelia Young, the founder of Sumantra Holistic. How are you?
I'm well.
You're looking so spring-like and green and flowers and everything. You told me it's for a particular reason.
Yes, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. That's what May is.
Mental health awareness.
Yes,
month.
and one of the colors associated with mental health awareness is green.
So I need to get myself a green ribbon, hey?
Yeah.
That's very, very good. Now, I was curious about wondering about one thing, Amelia. Our viewers are becoming more and more familiar with the kind of work that you do at Sumantra, and I would imagine that a number of the people who come to see you for services are people who are struggling, who may be struggling with some mental or emotional issues, things of this nature. Just curious, obviously, while maintaining your client's confidentiality, what are some of the more common mental or emotional issues that you see people are dealing with?
Well, the most common one would be anxiety. And we touched on this before, but a lot of people experience anxiety, especially I would say since, the pandemic has happened. And just in general, I think because of the way urban contemporary society is, we tend to be kind of locked into this sympathetic mode of, fight or flight. And yeah, so a lot of people are pretty anxious.
Yeah, especially as you say, with things that with things that have gone on the past couple of years, people are concerned about their physical health and wellness, and again, I'm sure I can understand how that would bring up anxieties. Now, in your services and working with people, what are some of the things that you do with your clients to help release some of that anxiety?
Well, just clearing the energy field, that is an important thing. That does help to bring about relaxation. I mean, a lot of my clients actually all of my clients fall asleep, and I hardly even touch them. And
you know what's funny? I think if memory serves, I did.
Yes, you
I
did.
did those often.
And also balancing the energy centers, of course, because then the life force is flowing through you unimpeded. And that also brings a sense of stability and balance in the system.
Yeah, you mentioned life or energy centers. Would that be similar, kind of helping our viewers get a connection, a frame of reference? Would that be similar to what many people refer to as chakras?
Correct, yes, chakras.
Okay.
And the energy field, some people refer to that as the aura, for example.
Ah.
Yeah. So
Now,
there's many different names.
the energy field,
Yes.
the aura, whereas I, as a Star Trek fan, would refer to that as a person's quantum signature.
Yeah, exactly. And also besides the, clearing the field and balancing the centers, also I usually recommend certain self-care practices, which I've shared before. And now I've introduced a new thing called the accountability report, which is a daily text support. So at the end of the day, I check in with you to see if you have checkmarked your list of things that you've chosen to help you to maintain balance in your life. And I do that for myself as well. So we're all invested in it together.
So it's really developing a sense of accountability with you in a sense,
Yes.
but more importantly, holding myself accountable to myself for the health and wellness goals, mental health
Yes.
goals that I've set for myself.
Yes, and the thing is, since I've implemented that, I have seen amazing results session to session. So, yeah, it really, really works because then you are actively involved in getting better.
That is really interesting. I've heard that so many times before from business coaches.
Yes.
People who talk about one of the most important factors in achieving business goals
Yes.
is setting up an accountability relationship with a
Yep.
coach or a mentor or
Yes.
some. So what you're talking about is setting up a client setting up a mental health accountability
Yes.
relationship
Yes.
with you.
Yes, exactly. And since I myself am invested in my own mental health, so I'm not going to slack on it. So then, so we're both in it together seriously. And the results have been amazing. And also, so a lot of people have come to me for anxiety, and that goes hand in hand with problems in sleeping. So insomnia and all that. And I have clients who have, in just 3 or 4 sessions, they have started to have better sleep consistently. So that's quite amazing.
And we know how very important sleep,
Yeah.
good sleep is to our overall health.
Exactly.
So someone wants to come and visit with you and talk about helping them with some of those anxiety issues, maybe creating that accountability relationship with you. How do we get in touch with you, Amelia?
The best way to contact me is via my cell phone at 832-477-0407.
832-477-0407. As always, the most calming part of my week. Amelia, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us and with our viewers, learning how to clear our own energy to help us get back in balance and achieve that state of wellness that we're all looking for. Thank you again so much.
You're welcome.
Have a great weekend. We'll be right back with our final conversation for today after these commercial words.
Hi, I'm Jen Goday.
And I'm Paula Cook.
We are founding partners of Odyssey Now Television. At Odyssey Now TV, we are leveraging the power of on-demand television to positively impact you, the planet, and humanity. Designed for modern, purpose-driven entrepreneurs and individuals who recognize that wealth is balance, Odyssey Now TV is revolutionizing the delivery of powerful and thought-provoking content.
True success in business and life requires continual personal and professional development, which Odyssey Now TV delivers. We have curated this transformational content by global experts for you directly to your TV and smart devices, anytime, anywhere, and instantly at your fingertips.
The purpose of life is a life with purpose. Join us and become the absolute very best version of you. Visit us at odysseynow.tv and claim your success, wealth, and life balance.
Hi, my name is Amelia Young, and I am a breast cancer survivor. When I was diagnosed with cancer in 2016, I endured not only difficult physical challenges, but also mental challenges such as anxiety, depression, anger, and a great uncertainty about the future. In 2017, I went into remission, and I decided my goal was to provide to women like me a supportive and nurturing place to retreat, recharge, and heal. That is why I created Sumantra Holistic and became a breast cancer mentor and healing minister. I know from experience what you and your loved ones are going through, the sadness, the fear, the anger, and I know how to mentor you and yours during these difficult times. Let me help you. Let me be part of your holistic healing process. Let's walk this path together towards peace, health, and mental balance.
Welcome back. And now we get a chance to have a conversation about working in our communities. We've always said that one of the purposes of this show, Networking Now, is to have conversations with entrepreneurs, business owners, and community leaders about using the power of networking relationships to grow their business, grow their life, and in this case, to enrich and enhance our total community here in the Houston area. And to have that conversation with me is the Executive Director of Katy Christian Ministries, Daisy Santos Crespo. Daisy, so great to have you here.
Thank you for the opportunity, Glenn.
Absolutely. So let's get started right off and find out, how did Katy Christian Ministries get started? I understand it's been around a while.
It has been around for quite some time. Actually, this June will be 38 years. Wow. And it was a group of local churches that came together and created this unified mission of helping many families in our community to address food insecurity, alleviate poverty. There's a lot of families in economic hardship, and also a crisis center to help victims.
Especially nowadays with everything that's going on, so many people's lives have been disrupted personally, financially, in terms of their health and wellness, and KCM is very much involved with that work.
Absolutely.
Okay, now, how did you personally get started with KCM, Daisy?
You know, I started with Katie Christian Ministries about 15 years ago, I want to say, as a volunteer. And I needed volunteer hours in a nonprofit organization for my undergrad social work degree, and I just never left. I loved it and got engaged in just about every department, if you will, and I just love the ministry.
And I know it keeps you going full speed. We were talking about that earlier before we came on. You've had enough. If I may get personal for a moment, you've been dealing with, let's say, one or two medical issues, and doing better now, doing well. But you learned a lesson. You were taught a hard lesson recently, weren't you?
No. You know, I'm always on the go. I even call myself the Energizer Bunny, and I just love working with our staff, the volunteers, and the community as a whole. And so, what is my driving force to get out there and really do the work in our community? And it's definitely a calling, and I also call it labor of love.
There you go. So it's something that just engages you 100%. Now, I imagine that with everything that's been going on the last couple of years, that's presented some challenges to KCM as well. How is fundraising going and sourcing volunteers? How's that going these days?
You know, we have been tremendously blessed. Even last year, we operate with over 3,000 volunteers, and the volunteers alone, you know, they provide 50,000 hours worth of their valuable time, which to me, that's treasure. And but in the fundraising world, we have had a decrease in meeting our fundraising goal. And so, you know, as a nonprofit, we depend heavily from the community's donations and the monetary support so that we can be able to fulfill the mission. And that's what helps in our sustainability of all of our programs. You know, we help the families on a free basis, and so we provide the resources that they need. But it has been quite challenging. You know, there are business partners who are recovering from COVID and generating the income, and so we too, you know, understand the dynamic of it. But here we are, we're pushing forward and hoping that many other community members can help.
Challenging, I'm sure, and I'm also sure rewarding.
Oh my goodness, it is.
I would love to hear, maybe just an example or two, without giving away any security, any confidences. A couple of examples maybe of families that you've been able to help.
You know, there are thousands, and most definitely families that do not have a warm meal to feed their loved ones at night or any time of the day, that we're able to help with provisions of food. So it is heartbreaking, but also a blessing to be there for many families.
That's just about as basic as it gets. And
Absolutely.
I know that you and your team are doing some wonderful work in the community. And we here at Now Media are going to do everything. We're going to talk and do everything that we can to help support the work of Katie Christian Ministries. How can someone get in touch with you and your team to get some more information?
Very easy. Follow us through our website at ktcm.org or give us a call at 281-391-5261. Email us info@ktcm.org.
ktcm.org, info@ktcm.org. This number is there. And of course, you can write in, contact us here, info@nowmedia.tv, and we'll give you all the information that you need about Katie Christian Ministries and the great work that you're doing, making a difference in the lives of others. Daisy, thank you so much for coming in and spending. We look forward to seeing you again and getting an update on how things are going with the ministry.
Absolutely.
Thank you all so much for spending a few minutes with us today. As always, we are so excited to have had this chance to share information, inspiration, from leaders in our community. I'm Glen Henderson, and as always, we sign off sharing with you the great truth from the great Cody Bateman. Everything in life is about creating relationships. Everything. Make it a fantastic weekend. We'll see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.
This has been a Now Media Television feature presentation. All rights reserved.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The Now Media Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The Now Media Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Hi everybody, I am Jeffrey Reichel with Unique and Fresh Consulting. We are a sales and marketing consulting company and we offer 4 services. We offer remote sales management services for your hotel, so we will hunt in your market and find the right business to make sure that we're helping you grow your revenues. We also offer secret shopper services, so we'll come into your restaurant, your hotel, your retail space, and help you find the opportunities for improvement in your customer service before it gets to that bad review. We also offer group travel planning services. So if you're planning a group trip anywhere within the United States or Canada, contact us and we'll help you find the best deal to fit your budget. And lastly, we can offer you sales and marketing analyzation of all your company's sales and marketing efforts. So we'll come in and talk to your sales leaders, find out what they're doing, what their processes are, and find the rooms for improvement to make sure, again, that we help you grow your revenues. Again, I am Jeffrey Reichel with Unique and Fresh Consulting, 917-346-0801, and our handle is @Unique and Fresh Consulting on social media. Let's set up an appointment today and give you a unique experience.
Hey there, thanks for taking time to watch this video. My name is Sherman On. My purpose is to leave a legacy by positively impacting others. I've chosen my career to work at Hotel Insurance Services. We are a nationally licensed and fully independent risk management family office. Hotel Insurance Services specializes in developing robust protection strategies to meet the unique needs of our diverse clientele. With over 20 years of experience in navigating the distinct exposures that arise in advanced risk mitigation planning, through our all-encompassing approach, we develop high-level estate and business solutions, employee benefit programs, and property and casualty strategies. If we can be of benefit to you, your family, your business, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me on my cell phone at 262-271-4411. We look forward to hearing from you and hearing your story. Have yourself a fantastic day. Sherm's out.
Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Ya estamos en la cocina de GastroLab. Chequen nada más.